Chen Ping's company, Companion of Honor, or CH, sound under names like Kube and Effengrow, a brand that's gained favor for some, but not the masses. And does anybody else have allergies? Because man, it is not fun. How's it, Blightsters? Let's go through the specs and opinions on this knife, the CH1407. Then join the discussion below. Should you buy, borrow, or avoid this knife? Stick around and subscribe to be the first to know. Prior to getting into the knife, there is some news for the channel. Thank you very much for everyone that supports the channel through watching, through comments, and subscribing. It's given me the opportunity to join in on a Patreon group. The first group's going to be having knives from We and as well as Tuya, so stay tuned for that. So here's one of the soundtracks that I feel kind of embody this knife. So I'm going through some of the songs. That's kind of what I kind of feel about this knife here. So let's see what I came across on that. So here we go. So initial opinions on this knife, a lot of the angles and everything on it is very handsome, but I don't understand why it doesn't really appeal to me. I mean, it is one that actually changes color, which was really surprising when I first unboxed it. But that is one thing that is also some people's bane of their existence with this knife. I did get told that you could actually put in some carnauba wax on it and it'll actually maintain its original color, which is something that might help some folks as well. This is AUS 8 steel, so for that one, it is going to be on the lower end of some of the scales for this knife here. So as you can go through some of these here, so AUS 8 is going to be on the lower end of edge retention. It's also going to be, as far as corrosion resistance, also on the lower end. For the hardness, also about that lower fourth. And then for the wear resistance, it's going to be also on that lower end too. So it is now one that's not the highest end steel, but it is one that's very usable, very workable. And if you do want to get into sharpening, you can start off with something like this and really practice and then get to know as far as your knife as well. So we're going to roll into some different tests here. So let me know what you think about them and then give me some opinions on it. So we're going to roll into the sharpness test as well as the pull test, and then we're going to go and do some comparison as well. So stick around, we'll move on to the next scene here. Here we have the sharpness tester version 2.5. So this one does have the test media already on it. So this is the best media pre-strung test units. So that's actually what we're going to use today. We're going to see where this ends up for the testing, and we'll go back to the chart once we finish out as well. So just about 200 grams. So that's actually a fairly decent number for 200 grams. So there's about 18 grams of weight already preloaded from the actual weight of the spinner itself. But 200 grams is going to be about that utility razor to high-end cutlery edge. So for this CH knife, that's pretty good right out of the box. So we're going on with the Lyman pull gauge. So this is just an idea so you can know how much pressure it actually takes to deploy the blade, so you can actually tell on your end as far as what type of wear and tear it's going to have on your fingertips. So this is going to be where we're going to start off on this one for the pull gauge. So we're going to do in both pounds and also in grams. So 2 pounds and 12.3 ounces, or you have 1 kilogram, 256 grams. And again, whoever works with grams a lot, there's got to be a better way to tell you how that is. So here we're going to have a quick comparison as far as how it looks in pocket. So we're going to look at the CH1407, the CRKT, this one's the GSD, another CRKT as far as the TITAC 2, and also this CH knife, which is a 3510, which is actually very popular as well. So we're going to look at this one. So the pocket clip on it is very stiff. This one, as far as CRKT, will move around quite a bit. This CRKT, fairly good retention, and also this CH, fairly good retention. So that's one thing about this one as far as the amount of, for that titanium clip, it really doesn't bode well for taking it in and out of your pocket. So if you're going to be actually inserting it, it's quite a bit of pressure to get past it. So that's one of the downsides to that knife as well. So that's one thing to look at when you're now picking up the knife. Now, doing a comparison between the other ones that we already checked with the pocket clip, we do have this one, which is a CH1407, and we have the GSD from CRKT, and then one of the other CH knives, which is this one, the 3510. And this one you can also get with a mirrored finish on it too, for that knife. And last but not least, we do have the CRKT TITAC 2. So the weight on this knife, they state to be about 3.81 ounces. So I'll double check to see where it is as far as that weight, to see if that is accurate or not. Tear on that. So 3.9. So a little bit heavier than what they originally stated. So almost 4 ounces, 3.9 on that one. So a little bit more weight than expected. But we're going to go check out some of the other ones. But we do have the sizing chart that you can kind of see where this is going to fit in your hand. So we do have the adult female first off. Right there. And we have adult male. On both instances, you're going to have a decent amount of room for this knife as well. So let's check on the measurements. This one should have a 3.4 inch clip point blade, and then a 4.6 inch handle width or length. So let's pause and pull that up. So we do show about 3.5 for the blade length. And then we're going to look at the handle. So our handle is going to be about 4 3/4. So that's also going to be a little bit bigger. So in weight and also in dimensions, this knife is actually a tad bit heavier and also a tad bit longer for the handle for this knife here. As far as a buy, borrow, or avoid, for this knife, if you look through the specs and this is exactly what you're looking for as far as the weight, as far as the size, do pick it up. It's going to be worth your while. But otherwise, for me, it's a fairly forgettable knife, and I don't really know why that is. But it does have a fairly sharp point for this lock bar cutout right here. The pocket clip is fairly strong, so in and out of the pocket is not the best for that. It does have a little bit of a dragging sound when you close the blade, as far as that detent ball against the blade itself. But that's just my opinion on that. So let me know your thoughts and also bring it up in as far as the description below as well. Thank you for your time.